are two people that I hardly help when they are asking for money. Number one, people that are asking for money to pay rents. And number two, people that are asking for money to pay hospital bills when they are pregnant. And the reason is that when you are impregnating your wife, I was not there. I was not part of the
God.
Why should I be a part of the payment? God gave you 9 months notice. From the day of conception to the day of gestation. Gestation period is 9 months. So for 9 months, you didn't know how to package money to prepare. For then when you are now in hospital, you are now calling everybody. It's part of lack of, it's what we call financial irresponsibility. Now in Nigeria, we pay rent for 1 year, 2 years. So are you telling me for 2 years you went to sleep? No. Every money you make every month, a portion of that money belongs to your future. I've already said it. So if you know, let's assume now, let's come to Nigeria since you are using Nigeria as example. So in Nigeria, you are someone that earns, let's say you earn 70,000 or let's say 100,000 for mathematics. You earn 100,000 and your rent is, let's say, 300,000. What that means is that every month there is about 25,000 naira of that 100,000 that does not belong to you. It belongs to your rent. So you should have a rent account where that 25,000 is going. So if you are earning 100,000, it simply means you are actually earning 40,000. Because 25,000 is already rent, you will still pay tithe, you will still transport yourself to work. And another thing you need to look at that level is, are you really sure that you are living in the house you should be living in? Because every time people are talking of, I want money, they're always thinking of having more money. There are only 2 ways you can make money available to you: increase your income or reduce your expenditure. This same person begging for rent, we have eyelashes, we have extension nail, we have all kinds of weaving, Peruvian hair, Italian hair. This same person, we have shoes. I love shoes. You have 2 legs, but you are buying shoes like an octopus. This same person, we have bag and shoe to match. Yeah, their destiny is not matching their bank account. This same person, we have 3 handsets like 419, and be telling me you are buying iPhone 11, iPhone 30, iPhone. Most of the time, there is so much materialism and waste in our life. If you reduce your expenditure, some people are living in 3 bedrooms that should be in 1 room. Some people are living in 2 bedrooms that should be in 1 room. So you cut your coat according to your material, not according to your size, because you can be obese. So if the material is not enough for coat, you sew waistcoat. If you cannot do waistcoat, you do muffler. If you cannot do muffler, you do pocket handkerchief. Just represent. So that is what I will say to that, because this issue of prosperity and riches and wealth, you need discipline. And you need to really cut yourself and, start organically. Because I have to eat my 3 square meal. Is 3 a square or a triangle? 3 square meal. Where do you get all this nonsense from? Must you eat when you are not hungry? So you need to cut it down. Many of the things we are spending money as a financial consultant, and I'm a celebrity fund manager. When I sit people down, no matter how poor they think they are, you will still see areas in their life where they need to cut expenses. Because many times we are doing things, we are trying to, what will people say? How will people feel? And people are not interested in all those stuff.
I believe helping people is good. I believe meeting someone who is finding life very difficult and helping them is a very lovely thing to do. I also believe that in order to help someone, you must make sure that they don't abuse the help they are getting from you. Because more too often, we humans as a whole take people's help for granted. You might help someone with something and that person become entitled to it. They now think that you are obligated to help them. They forget to understand that you owe them no obligation, that their lives is in their hands and they have to do with it the way they like. Now, like the man of God said, Dr. Emmanuel said, you should know how to help people so that the help you give them keeps them going for maybe ever. Now, like I've always said, empowering people is a great way of helping them. Make sure they start a petty business is also a great way of helping them. But paying their house rent, changing their children's school or paying their children's school fees, or asking them to relocate from where they live to another place, to me, it's not the best way to help people. It's not the best. Because I'm like, okay, if you pay the fees of that person this year, what happened next year? What if that person comes to you next year for that same fees and you are unable to come through with it? What not happen? The individual might go start complaining that they would have been a lot more better had it been they did not start learning what you paid. If you knew you won't continue, why did you start in the first place? That's what they will say. That's what they will say. They will not become too entitled to it. But if you just saw a particular trade that they can learn, or maybe a skill that can learn, and you know that you can just pay from start to finish, like a one-time payment on that, I think that will set them up for something really, really good down the road. If you saw someone doing a business and the person lacks capital to pump into the business, you could supply them with capital. You could help them some money to pump into the business, and by so doing, they might be set up for life. But I see some people just coming to ask you for money to eat. Like, I'm hungry. Can you help me with some money to buy food? I'm like, what? Buy food? What about tomorrow? What about next tomorrow? What about the next year? Are you going to ask me for money to buy food? Are you? So listen, I totally agree with what the man of God said. I totally agree. Sometimes we do not cut our coat according to our material. We cut it according to our size. And whenever you do that, not putting into consideration your quantity of material, you might find yourself in a very, very tough situation. Yeah, you might. Always cut your coat according to your material. Always do that. The next thing he touched on that I think we as a society have totally misunderstood is the whole aspect of you trying to live big, trying to impress others, trying to do things to call attention on yourselves, thinking that people really care about you. And I tell people all the time, right, that no one really care about you. Now, you might be driving a very luxurious and expensive car, and I will be driving my own car, and I would admire your car or be like, wow, that's nice. It's just that second, right? As soon as I drive my car for like maybe 10 seconds, I'm not even thinking about the car anymore. That is my own personal experience when I drive along the road. I'm not even thinking about that car. When I drive and I drive past a Tesla, I'm like, whoa, Tesla, nice. That is it, right? That is just it. When I drive past a mansion, a very luxurious house, I'm like, wow, that is a beautiful house. Oh my God, that's beautiful. It's just like 3, 4, 5 seconds, and that is it. This is what happens across the board. Everyone got their own issues to worry about. So much so that nobody even got the energy to spend worrying about you. They don't. Now, you might think they do because of the few seconds you observe them talking about you. But the rest of the day, they don't talk about you. They don't. Everyone has their own issue to worry about. So listen, if you have enough resources that you could show off, by all means do it. Show off. Show everyone. Do whatever you can do. Be the whiskey, the Davido, whatever. Do it. But if you are managing, if your resources are limited, then please calm down. Just calm down. Deep down, no one cares about you. No one cares what you put on. No one cares where you sleep. No one cares if you've eaten or not. No one cares. The only person who cares about you is you. So do things according to your reach. That is just what I have to say about this. But let me hear your own take in the comment section below. Was the man of God harsh? Was he harsh? Was his whole take on not helping people who are about to give birth and helping people who might need help for their rent justifiable, or was it too much? Let us hear what you have to say in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. Please like the video, share the video, follow us on Facebook, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel, because that helps us a lot, and we shall ever be grateful to you. Thank you, and thank you.